Hi everyone, my name is Stella, and today I am here with the iPop dashboard to be able to teach you about workflow. Workflow is a program in which you can take the iPop abilities and connect them to streamline the data collection process. This means that when you link abilities, you are able to get multiple points of data from just one input. All right, as you can see, we are in the dashboard. We have our starting block, our ending block, and then over here are all the abilities that you can drag over. Let's start with something simple like person. Connect those two categories, and then you can adjust the confidence level. We can put this at zero point 0.5, which basically means that if the computer is 50% or more confident that there is a person in the photo, it will identify it. If you want to see any of the code, TypeScript and Python, you can look on this little tab, and then if you go to preview, it will connect to the iPop server. And then you can select the files that you want to drop into the machine. All right, as you can see over here, we have the code, which is the class label of person, and a confidence level of 97% that there is a person in this image. The blue bound box shows where the computer is telling us the person is. And even though this photo is very blurry, it still has a 97% confidence rate. If we go over here, we can see this image in which there are lots of different people in it. If you wanted to identify only the people that the computer was really certain about, you could drag this up to be more like 85%, in which it would filter out anything that is not above 85%. If you go down, you can see all of the people that it is seeing. But even if we go to our lowest level of confidence threshold, it still will not pick up any of the people on the screens or the cartoon people because it knows that those are 2D people and not 3D people. All right, as you can see, I have now added the tracking component to our workflow. If we go to preview, as you can see, this video of me walking around a room, it is tracking my movement and can see exactly where I'm going the whole time. It also has a confidence level of 87% that there is a person in the blue box at all times. All right, one final thing that I wanted to show you in the context of person is one of our abilities called describe image. So basically what this is going to do is it's going to take the person identified with this ability and describe them in the context of the image. If it was just start to describe image to output, then you would just get a description of the image. Let's go to preview and then select our images. All right, as you can see, we have our person within the bound box, and then we also have our description over here, person, 92.3% confidence, and then our description. It says, a person with dark curly hair and wide-rimmed glasses holds a black smartphone to their right ear. And then it goes through and describes them a little more, and then describes the background with the blurred greenery and a building structure. And then it says the image captures a moment of active communication. The second one that we have is a lot of people, and each one of them has a description. This first one is this guy right here. It says person, 95% accuracy. A person with dark skin and a shaved head smiles directly at the camera. Their teeth are visible and their eyes are open. Then it goes through and talks about the lighting and then the text and logos. And then it says the setting appears to be outdoors during daylight. Then it goes through that for each of the other people. One more thing that you can do within the same model is you can tie this describe image to the start and to the end, and it will describe the image as a whole as well. So if we go to preview and put in our files. All right, as you can see, just like before, we have the person, the confidence level, and then the description of the person. And then down here, we have the description of the image as a whole. Because this image is pretty much just focused on the person, these two will be fairly similar. In a photo like this, however, when you have the person descriptions, if you scroll all the way down, this is the description of the image as a whole, and it talks about 5 people posing for a selfie, and then it describes the people, And then it says they stand before city building under daylight. All right. And that is how you use iPop's workflow. If you have any ideas for use cases or abilities that you want to see used in workflow, let us know in the comments below because we would love to hear your ideas. Thank you.